To truly understand what is precious, we must begin not on Earth but in the cosmos. What we call gold, uranium, rare elements are not born here. They are forged in the death of stars in explosions so vast that human imagination can barely hold them. These elements travel across space, settle into planetary systems, and over billions of years become part of the Earth. What we mine today is not just metal, it is cosmic history, and yet something remarkable happens. Humanity assigns immense value to these materials. Gold is stored, protected, and worshipped. Uranium is refined to release unimaginable energy. We have learned how to identify, extract, and enrich matter. But we have not asked a deeper question. If matter can be enriched, can human life be enriched? The human body is made of the same cosmic elements: carbon, oxygen, iron, calcium. The difference is not origin, the difference is organization. Gold remains inert. The human being is conscious, and yet we measure value outside while ignoring the extraordinary nature within. This is where the imbalance begins. Civilization has developed a sharp eye for material value but a limited understanding of existential value. We know how to refine uranium, but we do not know how to refine attention. We know how to control nuclear reactions, but we do not understand the reactions within our own mind. Thoughts trigger actions. Actions create consequences. Consequences shape experience. This is not random. This is a system, a continuous chain reaction, not in a reactor, but in human life. What we may call a karmic reactor. Every thought, every intention, every action becomes part of an ongoing process. Nothing is isolated, nothing is without consequence. And yet we live as if these processes are disconnected. This creates fragmentation. We see science as separate, philosophy as separate, life as separate, but they are not. They are different expressions of the same underlying process. To understand this, we must move deeper beyond matter, beyond systems, into perception. Human experience is not shaped by reality alone, it is shaped by how we perceive. Through the senses, through interpretation, through memory, we construct a version of the world and then we live inside it. This is where awareness becomes important. There is a difference between thinking and observing thought, reacting and witnessing reaction. In this space, something shifts. You begin to see that you are not the reaction, you are not the thought, you are the observer. This is the beginning of inner clarity. When awareness stabilizes, decisions change, reactions reduce, confusion decreases. Energy is no longer scattered. This leads to balance. In physics, there is a concept called criticality, a state where energy is sustained, not exploding, not collapsing, but balanced. Human life also requires such a state, not excess reaction, not suppression, but equilibrium. When this balance is lost, we see the consequences: stress, conflict, overconsumption, imbalance at every level. And this is where we arrive at a crucial realization. Humanity has advanced in knowledge, but not in awareness. Technology grows, power increases, but clarity does not keep pace. This creates a gap, a dangerous gap between what we can do and what we understand, this is the threshold humanity stands on. A point where direction matters more than speed. Because progress without awareness leads to imbalance. And imbalance, when amplified, affects not just individuals but entire systems. At this point, we must revisit a fundamental idea, the relationship between the macrocosm and microcosm. The universe and the human being are not separate structures, they follow similar patterns. What happens at a large scale is reflected at a smaller scale. The same principles that govern stars also govern systems within us. And this is where ancient systems like astrology attempted to map patterns not as prediction but as participation. The zodiac is not merely a diagram, it is a structured representation of processes, a way of understanding how movement, cycles, interactions influence life. But this is often misunderstood. Instead of understanding patterns, we look for fixed outcomes. Instead of participation, we seek control. And this again leads to confusion because life is not a fixed script, it's a dynamic process. At every moment, there is interaction between thought and action, between intention and consequence, between awareness and reaction. This brings us to a deeper understanding of karma, not as reward or punishment, but as settlement system. Every interaction leaves an imprint. Every action creates a balance to be resolved. Nothing is lost. Everything is accounted for, and over time, this forms the structure of experience. When this is seen clearly, a shift begins. The focus moves from external accumulation to internal alignment, from control to understanding, from reaction to observation, and finally from mind to awareness. This is not a dramatic transformation, it's a gradual clarification where confusion reduces and perception becomes clear, where the noise of thought settles and something more stable emerges. At this stage, life is no longer driven purely by impulse, it becomes guided by clarity. And this is where the journey completes itself. From matter to meaning, from structure to awareness, from the science of the precious to the science of the soul. If this resonates with you, you can explore the full 14-part series, The Science of the Precious, the complete ebook by scanning the QR code or from the link in the description. This is Prashna Siddhi. Just apply it to your life.